So in this video, we're going to show you guys how to install our PVC garage floor tiles. Before you get started, we would recommend you have the following tools to hand: a metal ruler and pen, jigsaw or Stanley blade, and a rubber mallet. So we're going to be installing our 7mm premium PVC tiles for today's garage transformation. Right, so first up you need to measure the area. So we take the length of the room times the width of the room and add 5% wastage. So when we cut the tiles, there's always a wastage factor to take into account, and we always put 5% on the overall square meterage to work that out. Or you can just give us a shout with the length and width of your room and we'll tell you exactly how many tiles we would recommend you to use. So anything like this that's sticking out into the garage, pillars or pipes to cut around, don't worry about. We'll take those into account, but we'll show you how we do that later on. Right, so your tiles are now being delivered. First thing we recommend to do is give the garage a quick sweep to get rid of anything loose. The floor is all swept up. There's a few imperfections. This is a newly concreted floor, but there's a few lumps that we're just going to chisel away. So any high spots, we just use a hammer and chisel and take those off. So now we've chiseled away all the high spots. We've now got a nice flat surface to lay the tiles straight over the top. The tiles are very forgiving with uneven surfaces, so it doesn't have to be perfectly flat, but anything noticeable sticking up is worth just chiseling it away to get a nice finish. So now we're ready to start laying the tiles. We're going to interlock each tile together using a rubber mallet. All on myself, hey, I told them we getting it back. Remember the days. So now we've got the first 2 lines of tiles laid out. We're now going to measure each side and get it nice and even, so we've got an even gap on either side of the garage. I'm turning it up to the max. Yeah. So we've now got it lined up, so we've got an even gap either side of 160mm. In an ideal world, we want each cut to be under half a tile, and in that way, one tile would do 2 cuts. So that's lined up nicely. Now time to get the ramps on the front. Right, so we use these ramp edges for any doorways. So we're going to line these up across the front so we can get it all lined up straight where we want it to start. So now we're happy it's lined up both sides and along the front edge. We're now going to fill out the full tiles. I'm in your town, I'm coming your way, just wait up. Me and my team ain't taking no L's. I told them you don't want to play us. We going out town with a flight in the morning, said fuck it, I'm just gonna stay up. Remember last year, I told them the price, and now they all wanna pay up. They hit me now, they coming too late. All I reply is to save up. Me and my guys, we did it ourselves, so no one can say that they made us. They gave me the shit, they trying to guard me. I told them you gotta go straight up. We eating for days, I've been in the gym, I swear that I'm getting my weight up, yeah. Oh, I seen it all, you avert. Hop up in a whip, watch it skirt. I might risk it all for you first. Meet me in the night, shit get worse. I told them all I'm getting it back, I said that I'm coming. One quick tip, now you've got your ramps lined up, always shut the door, make sure the ramps are in the right place and there's no issues with the door opening and closing before you go any further. So now all the full tiles are laid, we're going to start cutting around the edges. We're going to start with the straight cuts. So with our tiles, we have these marking points that make it nice and easy to measure and cut straight cuts without using the tape measure. So what we're going to do is turn the tile upside down, push it up against the wall that you want to cut against, and we're now going to locate these squares that are either side on the tile and just put our mark in line with each square. And that's now the 2 points that we're going to cut against to get a nice fit with a 5mm expansion gap. So on the corner of the tile, it's this square we're looking for to locate, and we want to go just in line with the top of the square point either sides. Right, so now we've got the straight cuts marked up, we're going to take them over to our guillotine and cut a nice straight edge. So for all the straight cuts, we use these guillotines. We do actually rent these out, so you can drop our team a message if you want a price to borrow a guillotine for the weekends. But if not, you can also use a Stanley blade or a jigsaw. Yeah, I'm in your town, I'm coming your way, just wait up. Me and my team ain't taking. Now have our cut tile ready to go back in the space. And as you can see, we now have a perfect 5mm expansion gap. So we've done a lot of the straight cuts. We're now coming to stuff like this, the pillar that needs to be cut around. So we're going to show you how we measure and cut around something like this fixed in place in the garage. The easiest way to do it, we start off by putting the tile exactly on top of the tile underneath. So the tile is going to go here. We line it up exactly with the tile underneath. That tile is lined up. The magic measurement you're going to need is 504mm. So 50.4. We mark that on the ruler. We're then going to push the ruler up against the wall. Once that's touching the wall, we just follow our mark onto the tile. So we do that both sides, and that should then give you your 2 marks on the tile. We're now going to put it on top of this tile to mark the other side of the pillar. So same again, we're just going to line that up on top of the next tile. We're going to measure off this side of the pillar, and again the same measurement, we're just going to mark the tile at 504. So we've now got our 3 points, and we're going to join those up using the ruler. That's all now being cut using the jigsaw. and we're going to install that here. And as you can see, that's now cut to shape and leaves our 5mm expansion gap perfectly.
I'm in your town, I'm coming your way, just wait up. Me and my team ain't taking no L's, I told them you don't wanna play us. We going out town with a flight in the morning, said fuck it, I'm just gonna stay up. Remember last year, I told them the price, and now they all wanna pay up. They hit me now, they coming too late.
Right, so we're now all finished. So today we've used our 7mm black PVC tiles. These are available at garagestyletd.com, or you can give us a call on 01707 229 800. So these tiles come in 10 different colours, and we've also got the vented range, which come in 15 different colours. So give us a shout, we'd love to see what we can do for your garage.